Oh, my bit's working here. So sorry. I think we've got it working finally. Um, so going to today's an easy workout. I will call it. It's just a light 6 exercises, 6 sets is all it is. It's test week. This is the final phase of the intermediate of CaliMove. Um, this just goes. We do 6 things. It's actually it's supposed to be 2 days, and the whole week is just a recovery week where you just do 2 days, 3 exercises, and you're good. You're taking the rest of the week off, or you're doing cross training or some other thing that's not on here, um, which is probably what I would do. But for me, 5 to 10 minute intervals between 3 or 6 fairly disparate items. I mean, yes, there's 3 leg ones, um, one upper body, and one upper body. Let's see what else. So we got lunges, we got pistol squats, we have step ups. Oh, and the glute bridge. So yeah, we're going to have a pull up, a dip, which are your upper body ones for this testing. We've got basically 3 glute exercises: a lunge squat, a pistol squat, a step up, and I think that's it. A lunge squat, pistol squat, a step up, oh, and a glute bridge. So there's actually 4 glute connected exercises on these. So this is like kind of a leg day. We're going to do four exercises that focus on our legs here, and then 2 upper bodies, a pull up and a dip. It's a test week. It says 10. So when you see the little number 10 in the corner, that means this should be to your max. So I'm going to have to figure out what my max is because it's more than 3 to 8 in pretty much every single one of these. If I was doing them like they are, like body weight, 8 is nothing for me. So um, that said, I will be trying to get these completed probably within about 20 minutes. I can't imagine it's going to take more than 20 minutes. It's 6. They say 5 to 10 minute breaks. I'll probably do like 3 or 4. I mean, it's not. It's just so you're not burned out, and really, for this sake of this, since there's going to be 4 leg exercises, um, I'm going to probably just do 3 or 4 minutes, and I guess we can talk. These test weeks are kind of hard for me. I have a hard time doing little work. So anyway, all right. So I got to put my mat out, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, I think I've got it pretty good. I've got the mat in front, so I'll probably have to adjust the camera a little bit here. Um, let's see here. Okay, so yeah. Okay, what do we got here? So we're going to do one set. That's all it is. 3 to 8 pistol squats. I should probably warm up some because I am. Uh, I went and ran 6 miles this morning, so I was thinking, don't need to do too much in the way of warm up, but I got a call about a job. I mean, it was about a job. They sent me the information. I had to talk to the manager guy. The first guy was trying to, this is the job. And I'm like, well, I don't really have this item. I mean, I can't say I've got the experience that this thing says. And because it wants, it's somebody who's going to be a lead in Azure Tech. And I says, oh man, I'd love to be a lead. I know I can do a lead job, but if you need me to be an expert in Azure, I can't say, not going to happen. And he says, well, you got 3 to 5 years. And I'm like, no. I said, I've got just over a year. I know enough to maybe support it, get some basic, I know my way around Azure. That's about it. And and he goes, I'll put in 1 to 2 years. And I go, it's only just over one, and if that. And he's like, that's all right, 1 to 2 years is good. And he says, I'm going to send it on to my manager, and he'll call you up, and we'll do it, and he'll ask you questions. And I go, okay. So I had to wait around because he said it was going to be 15 to 20 minutes. It ended up being more like 30 minutes. And then the he calls me up. I talk to the manager for a minute, and and the manager's like, okay, so you have Azure. And I'm like, I have barely a year. I'm not an expert in it by any means. I don't claim to be. I don't want somebody to expect me to be an expert and then go into an interview and they're like, you don't know nothing. And so after about 2 minutes of talking to him, he's like, okay, well, we'll call you back if, we're gonna, if we're gonna go forward. I go, okay. So I'm not expecting them to call me back, certainly not about going forward. Um, I'm pretty much saying, we're not happening. But it did waste about an hour of my time. I didn't get back till after 7, and I got up too early this morning. I I woke up at 4 something. I went to bed at just over 10, later than 10, so I was just maybe in the 6 hour range. I think it was like 10:30 that I went to bed and woke up at 4:15, so it's less than 6 hours. But I could not fall asleep. So about 4:40, I kind of go, screw it, I'm gonna get up, go run. So I got up and I did my usual, get ready. My watch was dead, so I had to charge my watch and wait around for half an hour to get it to a point where it's usable because I wanted it to be, I wanted to go run with it. So I finally got out of the house. I don't know, 5 something. Went and did my 6 miles. Came back, um, and then all this, and then I was getting ready to go, kind of getting things set up, and then this whole work thing started. So uh, we got done with that finally by around 9, and I was zonked. My body said, nope, I can't do it. So I had to go take a power nap. So I was just falling asleep. I knew I was tired. I knew I was gonna crash, and I did. And so I had to go do a 15-minute power nap, which of course ends up being, 5 to 10 minute power nap. Basically, you just fall asleep for a second, and then it clears your head. I feel better now. I'm ready to go do this work. Let's get started. So first thing first, pistol squat. I think I'm gonna just try to go cold, so I don't know how I'm gonna do, but you can see he's doing his on his bench. I'm gonna do mine on my bench back there. Um, I guess the goal is just to be stable and see go slow and controlled. I'm gonna do a little higher than I've been doing, around 14, just because I was feeling a little not in control. I'm going to see how many of these I can do in control. My balance ain't great to begin with. So that stabilization, I really start losing it with the lower ones. I'm going to try to see if I can keep my Oh, my wife, my wife wants to go try pickleball today. Sure. I don't, that sounds interesting. Uh, I think it's funny that that stuff pops up on my screen. But um, yeah. So anyway, let's see here. Now I've played pickleball before. Um, in fact, I even got to the point where I bought my own pickleball paddles. And but I haven't played in a long, 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 long time. It's been so long. The club I used to play at used to have pickleball, but that's a different club. I mean, that's how long ago it was. That club remodeled. They got rid of their pickleball courts. This is back before the big surge of pickleball. And I used to love playing on their pickleball courts because they used to have a carpeted floor um, and you could just dive and roll. Hold on just a second. Okay, so that was a thing. I was looking to see. I know I got totally distracted. This is me, man. Apologize. I do get distracted sometimes. So, essentially, I was looking for my pickleball paddles. Okay. Alexa, turn on desk lamp. Let's go do this. I gotta go. We gotta get to work here. So, yeah. Alrighty. So what we're doing first is, I guess what we're doing first is closing the blind back there. There's very little light coming in back there, but the amount that is seems to be creating a huge glare. I don't know why. There's like sun reflecting off the sidewalk. That's the only light back there. So I don't know. I don't know for sure what's going on there, but I'll try to fix it, and then I will try to set the camera so it's a little bit more useful. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Um, it's too close anyway. Can't really get any kind of angle on it. Got too much going on here. Alrighty, let's do this. So first things first, gonna try I'm trying to figure out where to put the camera. Getting the angle. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so we're gonna do just do this pistol squats. We're gonna try and go for basically a little lower than the top bench here, only because I know I can do a little bit better than that. But what I won't do is my lowest I've been, only because I ran today and I think I need to just work on my form. So for the purposes of the test, I think the, the best form versions is the best version to work, right? So, so if I don't have it too low, I should be able to do better versions, right? Focus. I find these pistol squats are very mental. You've got you've got to have focus, because if you're not focused, you're not going to do them. So it's slow down, hard press up. Focus. Okay, 14 from that position, which I believe is probably about 14 and a half. I think I've been doing around 14 lately. Trust me, the quarter inch, half an inch, every little piece of an inch makes a difference. I can't even do it. When I'm doing 14, uh, I can do about 8 maybe. And that's if I can keep the balance and not totally lose focus. Oh boy, I'm losing now. 14. That was rough. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Let's record my 14. To be honest, I think I actually came up a little short there, but I did 14. Pretty good 14 on the left. Uh, Not so good 14 on the right. So, next one, weighted pull-ups. Now you see I have on here 5 sets. I just copied the last one. This is going to get interesting. Coming workouts include starting with the week 1, which is next, starting probably Monday. We've got 6 sets and 4 sets. So we're doing 20 again. So 6, 6, 4, 4. Now, as that week progresses, I think it stays the same. 6, 6, 4, 4. And then the third day, we got 6, 6, 6, 6. So we're going to be doing 24 sets on Friday, or on the third day of the week 1. Week 2, we'll be doing, actually, let's set my timer here so I don't spend too much time. I'm not going to be doing this 10-minute bit. We do 7 sets and 4 sets, so it's 14, and 8 is 22 sets for the first day of week 2, and then, oops, 7, same thing for day 2. Day 3 is 7, 7, 7, 7, 28 sets. 20. Now you're getting into the meat. 28 sets. 28 sets is more than typical workouts generally. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder or you do a lot of gym time, you're doing 25 to 30 sets easily most days, but that's your range, right? So we're in that range. We're in heavy duty workout range. 28 sets is a lot of sets. Gonna take some time, probably over an hour, maybe even, I mean, mathematically, these are 2-minute gaps. So what is that? Let's see, 2, 4, 6. Let's see, 1, 3 is 2, 3. How many gaps is there? There's that 6 gaps, so it's 12 minutes of rest. 12 minutes of rest um, or at least 10. So you're still talking about 10 minutes rest. That's 20, 40 minutes of rest. Well, the last one is 1.5, so you're running around 1.5. So about 40 minutes of just doing the rest, and then you got to figure the 28 exercises are at least a minute each. So now keep in mind, these are fives. Fives are not max effort. So they should just be do them, but they shouldn't feel like you're overexerting. So you shouldn't be at your max area when you do the reps. So even though I could easily do 8 to 12 pull-ups, I'll probably be doing more like 5 pull-ups because that's my range for a 5. So if I do 5 pull-ups, I do that, but I'll probably do 90-second breaks on all of them instead of just on these. Even a minute for short efforts, probably better. Ultimately, this is a long workout because you're talking about easily 20. If the 28 exercises were a minute apiece, which might be a little much, that's a half an hour. So you got a half an hour plus 4, that's an hour and 10 minutes. Assuming you stick with it perfectly, you're looking at about, between an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how fast you're going. Okay, so things keep going, they get more intense. So starting in week 3, at week 3, we're going to be doing 8 sets to start with 5 sets later. So that's 16, 26 sets. that's the first 2 days, I believe. Yeah. And then the third day, we do an 8 across the board. So now you're at 26 sets going up to 32 sets. Now you're up into the 30s. Again, 2 minutes to 1.5 minutes. Now you're doing 4 extra exercises of that previous. So now you're getting up to an hour, 50, hour 10, hour 20 to get through these. If you're going at a good pace, you're not over resting, taking too long of breaks like I sometimes do when I'm just talking. Followed by the final week of the exercise. It's 9 sets with 10 here. So it's 28 sets for your first one. And your second day is also, I believe, 28 sets. Followed by your final day, 36 sets. 36 sets. All running at a 6 effort, so slightly harder effort. You're talking about easily a 90-minute workout if you're keeping on pace. It's going to be a rough day. It's going to be a rough day. And I got to really start planning my schedule. My wife, let's see what I got here. Let's go here. Hold on, I gotta get this next thing in. All right, next set. Let's go do it. Pull-ups, 3 to 8. Effort 10. So as many as I can. This is body weight. Let's just do body weight. I don't know. I hope my shoulders aren't too stiff, too not warmed up. It's weird to only do one set of an exercise. They do these on these test breaks. They're supposed to be a screw it. I don't need those. It's only one set. Jeez, I hope I can hold on for that long. Fourteen. 14 with power up. I could have probably done a couple more without power up, but I think 14 is good. Full weight, 180. 14. Actually, my weight today was 181. 14. Okay. 2. I'm almost done. I'm 2/3 of the way through day 1. I'm going to do day 2 also. But that's how this is. It's super easy. Not easy in this terms of the effort put in. It's just the easy in the total effort because it's so quick. Getting winded, which is one of the drawbacks to taking too long of a break between workouts. When you take 2 hours break between your run and your workout, your body has to start over again. I don't feel too bad as far as muscle strength and mobility going, but I do feel like I'm a little off the I haven't got my second wind yet, which usually I don't need to if I've already worked out. But if you've taken a 2 hour break, your body's reset. At least my body has. So now we're going to do archer lunges, archer squats, or I have them listed on my thing as barbell side squats. They're the same basic thing. Really, all it is I do it that way so I can add weight. So they call them barbell side split squats. Same thing. Look, you don't even go down that deep. These are deep squats, so you are going all the way down if you can. Going to go down to maybe to the floor as far as you can. Usually with two legs, it's a little easier to go pretty deep, and I'll be doing that. But these are slow. Look, they're slow, steady downs with a fairly quick up. Not say two down, one up. So their pace, it's not a power up, but it's a quicker up to center. I have my bench here, or my mat, and let's try to get this so I can. It's a little crooked, huh? I think it's not crooked. I think it's angle. Got a weird angle here. Because it's not looking straight at the thing. I guess it's crooked. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how it should be here. There, it's a little less off kilter. That's been 3 minutes, close enough. Let's do it. Okay, so with this one, it's just side squats. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my medicine ball here, just to add a little extra oomph to the effort. Okay, here we go. So he's going all the way down. He got his foot tippling up. I got to try to do that. That felt pretty good. Taking it all the way to the ground, I will say, definitely makes that pretty hard. So I did 11. So 11 with an added 12 pounds weight. So when I do these, I like to say, I like to use half my body weight. So 90, it's 90 plus 12 is 102. So when you're doing the squat, if you're doing it with a barbell, usually people just weight the barbell, but then you can't do a body weight exercise as part of it because you'd have to use a different one that just says body weight or some body weight base exercise or some other thing. Um, So I could use the barbell side split as long as I double any. If I use dumbbells, I just double the dumbbells. Um, so if I'm doing 40-pound dumbbells, then I'm doing 80 pounds plus half my body weight. Because you got to remember, you're not lifting your leg that's doing the work, and you're only doing part of the other one. It's probably more than half, but I think half is pretty good because you are putting some of your weight on that other leg. So, whatever. But also got to do it as a deep squat. So keep in mind you are trying to go all the way down, all the way to the ground as much as you can. That's why you turn your outside foot up. It allows you to hit the ground better because it's going to be hard to come back up if your foot stays flat on the ground. All right, well, there you go. Day one of test week is over. That's how easy that was. Um, that's what I'm doing on a Friday. I'm doing all my testing on tests on Friday because it's a good day to do it. I mean, I ran 6 miles, so I have a workout done. Uh, so these things are just like, a little extra, get a little bit of muscle work in, and then I can move on and start my day and just enjoy start enjoying the warm weather that we got over here. Um, so next up on the docket, step ups. We will take my step up block. I can't do all the way ups, so we'll try this one. I'm not quite good enough to do the 30-inch version. 30 inches is pretty high. So I'm going to use the board here. What this does is it's fairly firm, but it's better if it's better if I use the board. The board will kind of take my foot help my foot have a nice stable positioning. I will step in fairly far again, so I don't put too much weight on the outside where this wants to lift. If I put my weight over here, it'll be good. You got to make adjustments. This is going to be a slow effort. It's supposed to be. Uh, this is a step up. Oh, okay. So I'm going to actually be facing. I guess I'm going to be facing that way. Because these are step ups, which means you step backwards. I thought they were the side steps, but they're the step ups. So I'll put this a little further in. I usually do these with weight as well, but let's see. The idea is that I'm wondering if I should, probably be all right. Let's see. Just gotta watch my balance, make sure this thing is it's pretty good, but long way maybe better given what I'm doing here. See my leg bend? Not supposed to do that. You want to lift where this leg does all the work. I'm I'm flexing the leg, getting it ready. Trying to make it slowly engage here. feel like I'm still engaging. I'm still pushing off on that foot. It's a little bit, but it's still a little bit more than I should be. So I only did 10, but the thing is, I feel like I'm pushing off with that foot, so I should probably be doing a lower step because I really got to get in the habit of not having that foot to push off with. Hey, Weekly Food, how you doing, man? It's going all right. Um, I'm just going through this. Oops. Wait. Oh, I have these out of order, I think. Yeah, I have these out of order. I set it up. So tricep dip is supposed to be after the step up. Oops. There we go. And it's all I did was my weight. I didn't add anything extra. I feel like it was a little less than huh? No. I went and ran today. That's all I've done so far. I haven't done anything else recently. Okay, that's it. This goes so fast because I'm really just like I didn't even all I did was like a 3 minute break on the last one. Oh, bummer! You woke up with a bad back. Bummer. I woke up this morning pretty early too. I woke up at 4:15 after going to bed at 10:30, so it was like less than 6 hours. But I couldn't relax. My brain started running. I started thinking I wanted to get up and do stuff, and um, my wife's looking into Duolingo, so yeah, so I'll respond to her quick here. So I did Duolingo for a long time, trying to work on my Spanish. I kind of took 6 years of Spanish in school, elementary and or not elementary, junior high and high school. And then I didn't really do much. I kind of every now and then I'll speak various little phrases and words, but I don't speak a lot of Spanish. My family is Mexican, but only my grandparents spoke it fluently. Um, I I actually got pretty far with the Spanish stuff. Started feeling like I was kind of getting to know it, and then I kind of stopped. But I got all the way up to what diamond level, and then I stopped. And I've been wanting to get back to it, but it's like too many things that are distracting. Um, I tried to do Japanese. I said I'm gonna try Japanese for a bit, see how I could do with that. That did not go well. Whoa, weird. Somebody has my thing. No, let me double check. All right, now I gotta check. I thought it was Tazian. It might be Tazian Z. Either that or somebody stole my identity, my Duolingo identity. Let's see what my Duolingo is. It says, uh, um, I believe. Yeah, yeah. You see. Oh, come on. Why do I have to go through all this? I just want to get to it. I don't want to. No, go away. I don't want to do this right now. Just take me. I just want to look at my profile, man. Go away. Uh, I don't even know where my profile is. Is it that one? Nope. I don't know. Somewhere around here, I would imagine you have a profile on here. Nope. Heck. Home. Okay. What is this? So this is all the stuff I've done. Got a lot. I got through a lot, and then it moved on. I guess you don't have a profile on here. I guess. I don't know. Create your avatar. Maybe later. Just. Oh, here we go. Huh. I guess I just used my name. I thought I actually used one of my. Huh. 2017 is when I joined. Huh. Okay, back to work. Let's go do my. Let's go do my tricep dips. So Ken I Rom. If you're interested in friending me on Duolingo, that's what it is. Ken I Rom. I got to get back to it. I really do. I mean, I would like to be more fluent in Spanish than I am, but I always thought it'd be good if my grandparents speak it, you know. But they're getting pretty old these days, and I don't know how much time I have left, and I don't get to see them very often. All right, dips. I keep getting distracted. Do your dips, Ken. All right, let's let's get all this junk out of my way so I can do my dips. I should probably put an image on my Duolingo so when somebody does friend me, they can see. All right, so I might actually be getting to that 5 minute to 10 minute range that it wants me to do because I'm taking really long on this one. I'll let myself get distracted again. What would a stream of mine be without me getting lost in some other unrelated nonsense? Went to the gym yesterday, then I swam for I don't know what 750 meters, and then I did some shoulder rotations, shoulder in-out rotations with weights. That's all I did. I ran out of time. I got caught when I was getting out of the pool talking to somebody, who was asking me about my swimming efforts, which are rather long but pretty poor as far as my ability to keep going. I can't get past the lengths issue and not just and keep moving. Uh, 25. Holy moly. Okay. Now, now for my least favorite of all the CaliMove exercises, uh, glute bridge. I don't know why, but I really hate this glute bridge. It's not that it's overly difficult. I just I just feel like it's got such short range that it's just I don't know. I mean, it's probably doing some good. I mean, I do get tired a little bit, but it just feels like such a weird. I don't know. I can't explain why I hate this workout so much, but I only have to do because for one thing, I have to put a lot of weight on to lower my numbers. Like I'm gonna put a 60-pound weight on my hips, and I'm not gonna have any trouble hitting 15 one time, seeing as I usually do 15 to 20. Um, so yeah. Okay, let's keep moving on this. But this is my Friday, man. That's it. My Friday workout is done after this. 6 miles running with a really long break in the middle, followed by 6 sets of 6 different exercises, or 6 total sets of 6 different exercises. So it is what it is, man. Got to do it. It's part of the thing, and I said I was going to get all the way through this workout. I am glad I'm out of the beginner part, and soon now I'm out of even the too easy part of the intermediate. It's going to be interesting. I'm really curious what the third part is, which I think they call it advanced, but there's 5 parts. So advanced to me would be like, so it's like I got beginner, beginner, advanced beginner, beginner, advanced beginner, and average, and then advanced, and then super, Superman. I don't have the last two. I only have the first three. And I'm not buying the last two. Well, it's going to take 3 months or so to get through. It's 4 phases, so it's actually 4 months. It's going to be about 4 months before I'm ready for the other two. We'll see. I've been able to do these intermediate and advanced I call them the advanced beginner and beginner. We'll see. I think we'll really see where I'm at in the next one. I think the next one's going to really put me to the test. So, yeah, let's get this last thing going, shall we? I don't know where this is pointing, so hopefully it's somewhere in the right range of stuff. Uh, I guess I'm not putting 60 on. I'm only putting 52.5 on because that's the max of my dumbbells. But it's one lift left. 15 reps. And I'm done. Well, maybe depending on how hard I make it, how hard this makes it, it might be 17 or 18 or 20. I don't know. Okay, so when you're doing these one-legged glute bridges, one of the progressions is the closer your legs are, the easier it is. Okay, I try to go out as far as reasonably so that I can at least do the full motion. If I go too far, like I can't really do the full motion. So I try to go out to where my feet are pretty much as far as they can and stay flat. And yeah. And all this is up to here. That's why it feels like such a little work, little exercise. Ow. Okay, so, yeah, that felt good. I mean, that felt hard. Did 20. Good thing this doesn't sit on my bladder because I kind of need to try to get this done before I go take a quick break. TMI, I know. 12, 16, 19, I think, or was that 18? I don't know, 19. Okay, this is 20. Ugh, something like that. There you go, test week is done. 20 one-legged glute squat thingamajiggers. One-legged leg raise, squat leg glute raise, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That took me 40 minutes to do 6 exercises with a lot of breaks in the middle. But hey, it's done. And my Friday can start. I got to do some more programming this morning. I'll do that on my other channel. And then I think that's it, man. Programming. Maybe I'll even be playing some pickleball this afternoon if I can find my pickleball paddles. Don't know offhand where I put them. Got ideas, but I'll have to look for them. All right, so we got. Oh yeah, I 62 and a half is right. I usually use just 10 pounds per body weight because I feel like I'm not lifting much when I'm not lifting anything, so I just say 10. Yeah, I don't think it was that great. Okay, so I guess that's it. Favorite exercise, singular? It depends on what you want to build strength in, man. If you're trying to do a lot with one exercise, there's only so many things you can do, right? I, I know for a fact a lot of people would say squat is one of the best ones. I don't like squats um, because the amount of weight and it's just bad for your back and I hate them. So I'd rather do a balance of things, probably 1 or 2 exercises. Um, I will say this though, these calisthenic workouts are really good for, I think, back. You get some good back stuff with the calisthenics. Got your arms going back a lot. He does some stretches. Does a lot of that stuff that strengthens up your back so that so your shoulders don't want to crunch over, which is what happens as your chest gets stronger. Um, so I've noticed my back and my shoulders have gotten a lot stronger since I started doing this calisthenics. Now, to say that there's a lot of other good things out there, it's hard to say I have a favorite exercise. Things I tend to lean towards doing a lot. Uh, I like the bench. I like doing some bench press, but again, you can only do so much, especially when my shoulders are a little wonky and I don't want to overdo it. But um, I I do like high energy workouts, like HIIT type stuff, where maybe doing lunges with a couple of dumbbells in your hand. Those to me lunges. If you're going to do squats at all, squat lunges or just lunges with a barbell on your shoulder, um, to me are safer. You're going to do lighter weight, but you're going to put a lot of the same load on your leg. So there's less weight on your back, but more weight on your leg. So you can go with a lot less weight because you figure, your leg is the one leg is still lifting all the weight, but your back is still lifting whatever the weight is. So if you're doing 100-pound one leg lunges, your back can be straighter. See, squats are worse because you have to bend over, but with lunges you can actually be nicer to your knees even. I mean, because you can, if you do the form right, there's no reason why your knee has to be by itself, or has to, you don't have to lean forward, you don't have to lean left or right. Um, I just think if you've got to put weight on your back, lunges are better than squats. Um, Now, that said, body weight stuff, if you've got knee issues and back issues, I'd say body weight stuff is the best because it's going to allow you to build your core up. You're going to be able to build strength up. Just get the full range. A lot of people say, don't let your knee go past your toes. That's not really true. I'm finding out that more and more people are saying that's not a thing. Um, what is a thing is trying to be stable while you're doing squats. Okay, so if you're wobbling and you don't want all of the motion in your knee while you're doing this stuff. You want to be able to do a nice controlled squat. It should always be under control. Monitor it. I mean, listen to your body if it's creaking, if it's a pop here and there. I mean, whatever. That stuff is nothing. I mean, it's just life. But keep an eye out for things of pain and things that are out of whack. Um, Sometimes you might get a little twinge. Like I go running sometimes, and I'll get a little twinge in my ankle or my knee or hip or something. But I have to watch it because usually it just loosens up and it's nothing. A twinge is nothing to worry about. But keep an eye that it doesn't turn into outright pain. Like if it suddenly starts hurting significantly, stop. Don't push through pain. If something really hurts at all, just stop. Um, if you're doing like shoulder lifts or shoulder presses or even curls or anything, and you feel a little twinge in your back, just stop. Do a different exercise. There's plenty of exercises out there where you can continue working out without putting stress on whatever part of your body just is freaking out. If you stop immediately when you first sense pain before it becomes full-blown ouch, there's a good chance that you'll be fine the next time you go work out because the amount of tear or the amount of damage you do is probably pretty minor. Your body is warning you with that first twinge of pain, and you want to give your body a chance to go and fix whatever it was that caused it, and hopefully next time you won't have that. But you just got to learn to know your body while you're working out. You can kind of know the difference between a twinge or an actual beginning to a tear or something. You start to know. I mean, I can pretty much guess when something's going bad. Now, of course, heavy weight workouts are dangerous primarily because a lot of times you feel that twinge or that bailout point and you can't just quit, right? You have to finish the lift. And unfortunately, it's that finishing the lift that oftentimes does the final damage. So this is why I don't like doing really heavy weights. You can't do much with them. So, I mean, at least with deadlifts, you can put the weight down the second you feel something, but a lot of times that's so much weight on your back that it might be too late again. So this is why calisthenics are so good. The amount of weight you might add on, like I add on, 50 pounds here and there, 20, 10, whatever. But the important things with calisthenics is form, range. They try to, your scapula push-ups where you're doing full range push-ups. You're not just pushing up. You're actually stretching out your scapula, which is strengthening your back. You start doing, if you want to add weight to your chest workout, you start doing archer push-ups. Like I love the rings. The rings are great, but I mean you can do archer push-ups on the floor too. But it just means basically one arm with the other arm supporting it. Um, and then you can do one leg squats, which all those things people think, hey, I can squat 300 pounds, so body weight squats aren't going to do anything for me. No, it's not true. You just need to do better squats. Start doing one-legged squats, because as soon as you do one-legged squats, now that one leg is doing all the work. You start doing one leg. So if you're really to that point where a full-on squat where what do they call it? Ass to grass, where you go all the way down and your butt touches the floor, or not the floor necessarily, but as far down as you can. You're basically in a full-on squat, and then you come back up that's when you just want to make sure your legs stay engaged that entire range, and you'll find a lot of people that's a pretty hard squat because they don't squat at the gym all the way down. They squat, 90 degrees, maybe a little less if they're pretty good. Some really good bodybuilders might go pretty far down. They do a full-on squat. But again, that's not everybody. Not everybody can do that. Um, if you want to get all the way down with your butt down, and if even that is too easy for you, like I say, do one-legged. Put one leg out like you saw me doing here a minute ago where I was doing the lunge squats where one leg gets all the weight. Then you push back up. One leg gets all the weight. Then you push back up. You can add on 20, 30, 40 pounds of that. You should use a goblet form on a dumbbell. And you're going to find that's a lot of weight. Probably going to be getting up into your 200 plus effort on the leg without adding too much weight over your shoulders, which is where you get trouble with your back. Now again, if you're holding a weight in the goblet squat position, make sure you're holding your form. You got to hold your form. You never want to have your back get out of position. Other option is do dumbbell down positions. Same thing. You still got to hold your shoulders back. You got to keep that natural curve in your spine. Don't injure your back. So, there's exercise has to be what I call it's brushing your teeth, getting dressed, sleeping. It's one of those. It's got to be one of those in your mind. It's just like do it. Wake up, do it. It's part of your day. If it's what you do right before bed, some people can sleep pretty good after that. But the problem is you get all warm and then you can't sleep because you're too hot, whatever. Even if you take a shower before, you're just going to be hot from the shower. That's why I prefer to do it in the morning. And then start your day. Go work. Go do whatever you have to do. But I think it's just better if you plan it for a middle of the day thing, like after work or after breakfast or whatever. It's too easy to not do it. Too many things come up in life that will screw with your schedule. And then it becomes a schedule item and it becomes an item you have to try to fit in. And it's really hard to get consistent. And I'd say you're better off with 15 to 20 minutes of exercise where you're just doing either a decent cardio or some good body weight work. Just, get your heart rate up, make those muscles feel like they did something, and then go about your day if that's all you can do. That's all you have time for. That's all you need. Your body will adjust accordingly. Will you get powerful? Will you get big and strong? No, but you'll keep your heart healthy and you'll probably maybe build a little muscle tone. Obviously, bodybuilding and building up real muscle, it's going to take longer workouts and probably a little bit more consistency. But the important thing is that you just do something and get in the habit. Habit first, effort later. All right, that's it for now, man. Till next time, stay fit.